Hello and welcome to American Truck Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. If you guys and girls are well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. Right, I've not gone back to the telemetry just yet. I've yet to have the Oregon DLC, as I mentioned in my Euro Truck Simulator. I'll be doing that Monday. But for the meantime, I've found this nice little mod, which is the Kenworth C500. It's a bit of a monster of a thing. Of course, I'll leave links down below for you guys and girls to have a look at and have a go on it for yourself. I think this thing's more geared up for gravel work, gravel or sand pits, or that sort of quarry sort of side of things, because of the sheer size of it. It looks more heavy duty for that aspect rather than everyday road use, just purely on the size of this chassis here. It's I hate to say it's accurately reproduced, but looking at the pictures of these, it looks very similar to what one of these actually looks like. What I'll do is, again, I'll leave the links in the description down below, but I'm going to go for the nitty gritty before I drive off. So if I just jump on in the showroom, okay, so once you've downloaded it and installed it onto your mods, you should find it in where's truck dealers? On there, truck dealers. So if we go to Kenworth, just visit online, just for demonstration purposes, go online, you should find it. Where are you? That's one. Oh no, it's here somewhere. Here we go. Right, so Kenworth C500 flat top sleeper. Right, so if I select that and customize, show you guys what you got. Right, so you've got two types. You've got the day cab on its own, which is just literally self-explanatory day cab, and then you've got the sleeper flat roof on it. Chassis, you've got several. They all look the same to me. I assume they're all 6 by 8. No, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sorry, 6 by 5 configuration, and they all look exactly the same. It's just I think that's got like a rear steer to it, or dual rear steer. Rear steer, and then it's got different colour variations in it as well. Again, I don't see like lift axles or anything, but I'm guessing it just gives you a bit more of a steering options on these rear axles perhaps. Engines wise, if I just deselect, it's only this selection of stuff in this anyway. So this truck will come with all of these engines in it as well. So again, peruse what you would like. I think I've got the DD engine in this, 500 horse DD engine, I think, if memory serves me right. This one here, I think that's the one I've got. It's either that one or it's the one of the lower ones. I know it's a DD engine. Gearboxes, again, you start off with this, work your way from 10 to right the way up to 18 speed with retarders, and again there's different configurations on torque settings, so you can custom make it to, as you can see, it changes from the normal, starts to increase. So again, the torque, and then the heavy cargo starts to decrease as you go through the gearboxes. So again, choosing the right gearbox is preferential to what you. There is an all-rounder gearbox. Looking at this one here, it's 18 speed with retarded. Again, this one looks pretty good. I think there is a 18 speed without retarder as well, that's similar to that. But again you can see it sort of changes out as you change down or up. You can see the statistics changing. Right, interior views, you've only got one. It's looking again at pictures of this, it is typically generically how they look on the inside anyway, so I don't know about the sleeper. There is one glitch here. As you can see, the mod was modded in the high roof sleeper texture in here when this doesn't have one, so it all looks a bit squashed. So that's something which needs to be improved upon. But other than that, it's pretty much stock in-game stuff. So there shouldn't be any problems with that. Lines look pretty good. Colour options, you've got again all standard colours. Again, choose whatever you like. You can use custom colour if you wish. And then you've got metallic options. Again, the metallic options, I don't know if these work or not. Let's try them out. So that one definitely works. Let's put it down to black. And let's try this one. Yeah, that works as well. And that also works as well. So that all works for you. So you've got those options there. As for accessories, it's not massively overburdened with accessories, but it has a few to select. So you can select on here, it's got hood mirrors on this first dot, and work my way back. You then can change out the air filters to whatever you wish, and then you've got ones with little mini dots so you can add lights to it if you wish. Again, the wheels, you can select whatever you wish, again obviously being mindful what's going to work with what. Some of these taller tyres may work probably better with this, but again you have to have a play about and see what sort of like works well with what. Again, wheels will change out to whatever you wish. You can, you know, customize it to your heart's content. If I come over here, again, mirrors, you've got two. You've got mirrors standard, mirrors with lights, so you can add lights on if you wish. Again, if you've got a beacon pack, you can probably add that beacons on if you wish. Go up to this top dot. Visors, again, I find they all give you that letterbox view, so I didn't bother with my visor on mine. But again, it's personal preference to what you want to do. And the next one, that gives you a light adapter, so you can now add lights on. Again, if you've got the beacon packs, you can add a beacon pack on, or just generic. It's got a few of its own there mixed in. I don't know if you can see that. If I click off the dot, you can see it just there. So you can add whatever you wish on that. If I move back one here, this is the beacon adapter, so you can add beacons on if you wish. Again, it has its own unique beacons on it. They kind of look a bit small for a beacon, if you ask me. But there it is, just here. Not very, I guess it's like an LED type of beacon, perhaps. But you get the drift. You've got the same on this side as well. I think that's just the beacons one. Yeah, so beacon adapter. Again, you've got two wing adapters. So you've got this wing with lights, or painted wing with lights. Again, personal preference. And there's a dot just here that's hard to get to. I think it's this day cab. Okay, that brings up the light options if you wish. I think it's this one here. It's barely appearing. Again, it's one of those bugs where you have to sort of like get the angle just right. But again, you can adjust the. Again, you can have selection, just standard exhaust with lights, exhaust with lights, exhaust lights, different types of exhausts. As you can see, the straight cut, or the you can really go mad with this. You can have like a cathedral of looks like a sort of like mini power station, doesn't it? Like that. It's like, my god, that'd be humongously diesel intensive engine to run that sort of amount of exhausts. If Coming over here, you've got, that looks like the selection for the base plate on the back of the chassis. I think that's the exhaust over here again, is it? Yeah, that's that day cab of lights. Again, in order to select the back, you have to just get the right angle. So get the light bar on the back. That's it, and that's the only one light bar you've got available. Again, same situation when it comes to the wheels and tyres. You can change them out however you wish. And then again, you got all this grid stuff going on here. And that more or less covers those bits. Inside accessories, there is a very few. You've got, obviously, if you've got the wheel DLC or the extra wheel packs, you can add them in. They will work alongside with these as well. If you've got this, I think it's the Seesaw mod works on this as well, so you've got all that. There's no option to put an extra GPS on this as yet, or anything else in the cab. There's no other options inside. There is this one. I think that's the for the wing. Is there another one here? I know there's an awkward one that comes up with, I'm thinking, is it here? No. No. I'm sure there's one that's got a dot that appears for the... No, maybe not. Just the hood mirrors. I'm sure there was one that appears there, but I could be mixing it up with another mod. For added danglies. That more or less covers that. Yes, there's just a bug I found of this. You can't exactly leave the shop. So what you do in order to leave, you can just confirm. Say no. Confirm. And then that's the only way you can get out, back out the shop. That's the way if you're in the dealership or whatever. I'll just jump back in the truck and reset my track IR because it's gone a bit dirty. There we go. Cool. So I throw it on. As you can see, it's all the standard in-game gauges and everything else. Let's reset the trip computer. Yep, that works fine. No crashes on that. The GPS is down there. Again, it's all in-game, so it should all work. You can see that's all laminated. Pedals, I'll try and move my head around about. Do not move. Well, there's no. I don't think there's any pedals down there to move. But again, it's all in game. Let's fire it up. I'll go quiet. And again, if we go outside. All pretty good. Right. I'll show you the run I'm doing. So again, I've tried a short run. I don't know if I can complete it in this. But I'm going from here to here. As you can see, I have not got the Oregon DLC yet. That is going to be coming. Hopefully Monday. I'll do some runs with that. I hope to see you guys there. But anyway, let's crack on. Excuse me. Right. Always get a frog in my throat as soon as I start recording. Right. Now it's fire up. And let's set off. I find this is a lower, this is 500 brake, so I find it's probably setting off in low is probably a better option. But it does roll off as long as you get it setting off low. Although it's a bit of a beast, let's bring up this so you guys can see what I'm doing. It is actually not too bad to drive, because the front steering wheels, both the front wheels do rotate and move, as you guys can see. So it does, although this thing's like a stretched limousine in size, it does actually manoeuvre quite well. I was surprised on how well this thing manoeuvres. Cool, you can tell this has got a heavy load on it. Turn the beacons on. What did I not mention? Let's bring up this one. Let's actually bring up the front light auxiliary. For some odd reason, I don't know why, but it forgets those settings. But the mirrors are adjustable, as you can see. You can adjust them in and out. Same for the bottom one. You can adjust it if you need to. Adjust it more in or more out. Again, depending on what your personal preference is. This is what I prefer. My setup. For the wheel, the seat also does adjust back and forth. The wheel does adjust as well, as you can see. It moves up and down, pushes up and down, or you can bring it up, push it away, or bring it up closer to you, whatever your personal preference is. Let's have a quick look outside, make sure the beacons are all working. They are. As you can see, I've got the dispatcher mod on, like I've got on ETS. This is going to be challenging, like I've just discovered on ETS. It also removes the walls, so if the road's blocked off, it's not going to tell you anymore. So this is going to be interesting for me. I'm going to have to get my head around how this works. So you guys are going to have to sort of bear with me while I work my way through the kinks. Of course, if you guys don't like this mod, let me know, please, because then I can just take it off. If you don't mind the fact that it's got non-realistic boxes and the blocked road symbols, then see what I mean about setting off too high a gear. That was second, admittedly. Quiz. Wow, motoring along. Putting low because again, this isn't the most powerful engine. I suspect with the big powerful Butchie engines you're going to be finding it a lot easier to pull off than first, but cool, that was a bit too premature slip going up, jumping up that high, I think. A bit more horsepower, I think I could have probably got away with that. Actually, let's do the little baby steps through this part of the gearbox. Floating wise, it does float roughly the same as in-game trucks, so I think it's borrowed some of the physics off of them, I should say. But for a thing of its size, to say it is lower speeds, it is remarkably good to drive, and at higher speeds it feels more well planted. Doesn't feel overly twitchy, so he may have tweaked some of the physics, perhaps. I'm only guessing at this point. Try and reset track IR because it's been a bit derpy. That's better. Maybe it's because I'm leaning down again. That's better. I must admit, I need to, because I see there's a bit of dust on the camera. Might need cleaning up. Sinky's now got himself into the track IR as well. It's not track IR, he's got track hat, I think he's got. He was saying he's getting his head round how it works. It's, you know, and I said to him, you know, it takes a bit of getting used to. Once you are used to it, it just makes life a lot easier, especially for this game. I find with Farming Simulator, it's good as well. It's good to it helps out a lot, but if you just want to chill out and you don't want to have to move your head around overly too much, I find I turn mine off more often than not. I haven't brought the sim dash in, just thought just go without the sim dash at the moment. Oops. Try that gear, that's probably the better one to use. But to be honest, with this engine in it, it feels more like a truck should do. It isn't stupidly powerful, that it's like you're racing through the gears. It actually feels like you've got some weight on the back and the thing's got some sort of weight behind it. You don't find yourself going stupid on the speed wise of things. I'll try and capture a picture, do some outside shots now. So hang on. It's got an inside shot as well. It's a bit derpy, but it does work. Just regular camera view, and there's the wheel view. As I drive like a loon, trying to keep it straight. Let's do an outside shot. Well, we've got the decent light. I suspect a more powerful engine would probably be a better option to put in this thing, but I actually enjoy it like this. It doesn't whine straight up to 60 straight away. You know, it's a bit more of a challenge. Let's grab a screenshot while we can, while we've got good light. Let's go to photo mode. And pan round to that. That looks pretty good. I think I'll leave it like that. Focus in position. Cha-ching. There we go. Got to pay extra attention now. Because of obviously the dispatcher mod, it's going to be taking away roads that's taking away the barriers. Guy's going to brake check me. So the realistic traffic mod, now Sinky's getting into mods. If he you can find a realistic traffic mod on Steam Workshop. I'll put that down as well, just for Sinky's benefit. But that helps a lot. I definitely don't necessarily have to add it straight away, Sinky. You can add it once you get sort of more comfortable with driving it again. But just sort of like gives you a bit more realism to the traffic. I hate to use that phrase again because I'm not dagger win, but Whoa, why is this guy driving a go-kart or a golf cart? Really? Is that really legal? Someone's going to have to answer that. Someone that lives in the States. Are you allowed to drive what looks like a golf cart? I assume it's like one of those all-terrain carts. Give him lots of space. But is that legal? Are you allowed to drive that sort of thing on the road? I suspect not. Just because of its sheer speed limitations. I could be way off the mark. I'll go back to the data telemetry testing. What I might do is I might wrap up for one sort of thing. So I'll do the data telemetry testing on the Oregon DLC, maybe, depending if I can find a job that's not going to be overly long, because they'll need one. There's another one of these carts which I'm going to have to try and take over. As I grind the gearbox and there's nothing left. All depends on what I can sort of like do. So if I can find a relatively short run, or run medium-sized run, so I can sort of like demonstrate the full power of the engine and the gearbox and stuff like that. All that good stuff. And also for you guys that don't follow my Facebook, I did another skin just for fun. It's like I've made my Kenworth look a bit like a racing Kenworth. I've got to stop because of traffic. Yeah, it's crossing. Go on, mate. If you're coming across, but I'm not going to pull out because you've got right of way. So again, he's got right of way, so I should really let him out, which I'm going to do. But he seems to be green. Okay. Give that trailer enough space to come around. Although this thing does handle well. Wrong once. Wipers do work on the inside and the out. Sun's in my eyes, can't see. Well, I can see, but you know what I mean. I definitely would recommend it to Sinky to have a play on that, on the mod. Maybe not this one. He might like this truck, but definitely on the realistic traffic, so I call it realistic, more traffic density mod. The downside to that mod is you do end up sitting in traffic a lot more, admittedly. Doesn't make for great entertainment purposes. So yeah, I've started my episode. I'm just stuck in traffic, peeps. Might bear with me while I sit here for 10 minutes waiting for the traffic to clear out. It actually makes it a bit more fun. I'd say this thing's probably definitely, well, I know for a fact this thing's more geared up for working in quarries rather than being on the road. Wouldn't rule it out being on the road, but I'd say it's probably spends most of their life in a quarry or driving from a quarry to another point just to get rid of some sand or whatever. Turn the other and the main lights on. Oh no, it's a bit early, but might as well be seen. Although I've got the blinkers, well, the beacons going, the bacon view. The beacon's going. I just think it's again. It's a case of better have the lights on and not risk not getting a fine. You know what I mean. Rather have the lights on and not get a fine than not have the lights on and get a fine. And that's anything after 7 PM for the multiplayer. Between 7 and 7 PM, 7 AM. Take it a bit easy around here because it's a bit narrow and I've got a bigger trailer. Would I drive this again? Yeah, I think I would. It's not a bad drive actually. It's got what I need. It has got a bonnet. It does slope down. You do need to sort of do that to see it fully. But it does actually have the cathedral of noise and power in front of you, so you can actually see it, which I prefer. And it handles pretty well for something of its size. Like I say, it handles pretty well. I haven't really got it up to a real top speed, and I think over 50. I'll try and push it as far as I can. But with this heavy load on it, it's going to be difficult to really get it up to that. And this smaller engine. There is, I can hear it in the background, I don't know if you guys can pick it up, there is a bit of a sound floor. I can hear it as like a reverb, and it's a little cut in the zone, little ticking noise. I can just about pick it up. Turn these on. Coming towards what looks like a small town or maybe a junction. Does have the old Jake. .380, is that we're on route 380? Premature. Let's go through the granny steps again. We are pulling this, I think it's a bulldozer or excavator, whatever it is on the back of this. I think it's a bulldozer. Can't see it now. Looks more like this will tell me. Bulldozer, yeah, it's a bulldozer. can see, go around outside the shop. The lights, front lights do work. As you can see, when you've got the, I like the fact that you can have different coloured side lights or road marker lights, as they call them in the States. So I went purple, the same colour as the truck. But I think I'll leave it at that, peeps. Hope you guys and girls enjoyed the mod showcase. If you did, again, please feel free to like. If you didn't enjoy it for any reason, please feel free to dislike. But please leave a comment down below to why you didn't like it, so at least then I can try to improve in the future. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, or might find it useful, again, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel, you'll see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so then you're immediately notified as soon as I upload something. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN. Oops, wrong button.